Hey guys, I'm here, university. It's in the off season. Nobody can fish. I'm not out ice fishing day either. But I just want to talk to you about one of my newest sponsors. 5alive Lures out of Louisiana has kindly sponsored me, and what they do is custom paint jobs for crankbaits, and they do some soft plastics. I don't have any soft plastics right now. I'm in the process of getting those. He's actually in the process of making me a batch, and then I'll get back to you guys with another video. But these just came in about a week and a half ago. They're the newest crankbaits that I've wanted painted. I said surprise me because you never know, right? I just wanted to see what kind of stuff this guy could do. And so the first crankbait of two that I got is sort of like a bluegill pattern, dark bluegill pattern. It's like a bluegill mixed with like the black plastic colors. It's black with blue fleck, and then it's got some gold shimmer on the bottom. I don't know if you can see much of that. It's got a little bit right over here. Um, and that's on the KVD 1.5. And then we've got a PB&J color here. That's lighter purple with green fleck, and then we've got the splatter on the top here, gold paint. Um, all sealed, finished, beautiful finishes on them, like just amazing. Um, and I'm so excited to try them. This guy will literally paint any color that you need. If there's a color that's discontinued that you like, and you can't find it on any crankbait, or you want to get it on your favorite crankbait, he can do that. He does like DTs, the Rapala series, 6XDs, 10XDs, 20XDs. He does any crankbait. You can contact him by you can contact him by emailing Lucas at go5alive.com. So go is spelled GEAUX 5ALIVE. The number 5 was actually in there. So Lucas at go5alive.com for your orders and pricing. Um, you can get like sort of a price range on it. This one actually came in the rattling series. This one didn't. So this one's just completely silent. But literally, he will paint anything for you, and it's actually pretty awesome. I'm excited to use these because this one is especially going to work really well in a couple of my ponds that are ponds that you've seen us fish, or even at Brawny. And I can't wait to use these. I'm going to be getting more. Hopefully, I can get another video out on those. The soft plastics, I will hopefully get a really good video out on those. But so I had a couple questions off of, well, Marco and I had a couple questions on YouTube on our most recent video, Niagara Bassin, and I figured I'd answer a few. I didn't get to make a video that was good enough, like fish wise, to show you guys, and obviously it has to look good. So I'm gonna answer your questions right now. It's not that bad. So one of the questions was how I work my drop shot and what do I use it on. So like anybody who goes fishing, you have to know it changes from day to day. Obviously, one day the fish might want really erratic movements, and other days they want it just to sit still. In that video, it was sort of half and half. There's a current that flows down out from the top of the mouth where we're fishing down towards the falls. I'm casting up and letting the bait drift right down over these rock piles and rock flats. And basically, I'm sitting it there, not moving the bait at all, just completely killing it. And it's just floating. I'll give it maybe 2 or 3 twitches as it pops over something, and then that's usually when they pick it up. We also drop straight down below us in the video, down the wall. There, we drop it straight down, give her 1 or 2 little twitches, give her another 1 or 2, let it sit a little bit. There's also a little bit of a current there as well, so it also makes the bait move itself. And that's usually how we get all of our fish, literally in every video, even the brawny ones. The brawny you fish a little different. It's not as much of current. Um, it's more still water, so what you're going to do is actually have to try and mimic a bait fish going there. My two favorite colors for Niagara would be purple smoke and baby bass. And those are in the Jackal Crosstail shads in the 3 inch or 4 inch. I think they're the 4 inch. I'd show you a pack, but I don't have any. Um, so I rigged those. The crosstail shads are amazing. At Brawny, I use the same colors. They work the best. Um, and I'll usually put, depending on how fast the water's moving or the clarity or whatever, 3/8 at Niagara if I want to keep it on the bottom, to about a quarter. A quarter is usually my go-to. I usually just throw a quarter-ounce weight on there and just let her sit on the bottom and keep jigging it, because it gives it enough movement to move across the bottom in the current, but it also lets it sit there as well, and that has got us a lot of big fish. Um, I rig it on 8 pound or 10 pound Seagar fluorocarbon on 6/9 Fenwick Elite Tech medium light rod. I use it for drop shotting. The medium light has a lot of power in it. You could also step up to the medium. Most guys go medium heavy for drop shotting, but I like to play with the fish there. Um, with a Stratic FJ reel. Um, and the hook, obviously one of the most important. I actually swivel between two hooks, but they're always in the same size. Number two size, Gamakatsu or Owner hooks. Um, what can I say? Like, those are the best hooks for me if I'm gonna drop shot. They're small enough that they're not as visible on the line with the bait there, but they also give you great hookup percentage. The hooks are super sharp, and I can't get enough of them. I think about 8 or 9 packs of hooks just over the break, just so I'm stocked up for whatever occasion. They're all number twos. So there's one of the questions that I had. So hopefully that helped you out. And the next one was the best setup at Barani Pier. What's the best setup? Marco and I, it really differs. Even Cam as well. We all have our little strong and weak points. My weak point's flipping. Marco's strong point is flipping. Now, if you get him in tubes in Niagara, obviously he was really good at that. You saw that in the video. He ended up snapping one of his rods. Um, but he's really good at flipping. I remember one time we were fishing on the outskirts of these one-sided docks. He flipped 3 times and caught 3 fish within 3 feet of each other. One 2 pound smallmouth, like a really small dinky bass, and then dinky largemouth, and then he got a 2.5 pound largemouth like the next cast as he moved like 3 feet over. So it went small largemouth, then the smallie, and then the largie in that order, and I just sat there in awe. I could not believe it. He's really good with that. He likes to throw that kind of stuff. He also has a secret weapon there. There's a certain spot at Brawny. He throws a crankbait, and crankbaits I find really work well there if you're keeping them close to cover, or even spinner baits if the water's a little stained. Uh, Especially the water's clear there. I don't know how many of you guys are watching this or have been there, but the water's really clear. So it depends on what you want to throw is the water clarity. Um, and basically, drop shot. I I can't tell you enough. Like, all three of us, Cam, Marco, and I, and even Zach Aramoso, the bass fisher, he's on YouTube. Um, we all drop shot there. We're big smallmouth fans. Um, yes, we if the bite for smallies aren't slow, like beginning of the season to about mid-season, it's all largemouth there. Especially towards the beginning, just because they're off the bedding and stuff, and the water's not warm enough for the smallies to come in. Once the smallies come in, I'm out on that pier all the time drop shotting. If you see me, give me a shout. If you see one of us, give us a shout. Just say hi. I've seen you on YouTube or whatever. It really goes a long way. Hopefully, we can help you. You can even fish beside us if you wanted to. But essentially, we're just drop shotting or flipping is one of the two, and then if none of those two work, we just go to cranking, or it's not that hard to figure out there. Um, but as the late night starts to get down there, um, poppers work really well, supposedly. I've heard this. I've only caught one fish off popper, and that's the first time I actually started doing it. But supposedly there's a lot of people that go down there, and I've seen them just hammer smallmouth on them, and I can never seem to get them to bite. But maybe you guys can if you go out there. Um, yeah, and I use the same setup there on the Bronny Pier. I use that drop shot. Marco, when he flips, he uses a heavy field and stream rod 7.6 with a 50-pound braid and Bass Pro Shops reel. That's about 6.3 to 1. And then he uses usually a trocar hook with a half-ounce tungsten or 3/8 ounce tungsten and bullet weights it. And then creature baits or whatever. And he just dissects those weeds and he gets them going. Uh, we also dingers, yum dingers, or the Senkos, as most people call them. Those work really well if you're skipping them under docks or whatever. The smallies and largies, because the smallies also group up there towards the late night. They it works really well. So hopefully I answered all your questions. Please check out 5alive. Um, it would mean a lot to him and it would mean a lot to me that you guys checked him out. And honestly, it's you can't go wrong. Like he'll paint any crankbait you want. And you actually, if you want, check him out on Twitter. It's at five, the number five, alive lures. Check him out on Twitter and look at some of his work he's done for people. Like it's amazing. Um, you won't be disappointed. That's all I can say. All right. Thanks guys for tuning in. Hopefully the season will be a lot better. We'll try and get you some more videos because now that we got GoPros, should be a lot better. Um, but yeah, we'll stay tuned. If you have any questions, ask down below, and I will try and answer them the next shipment I get in. I'll try and answer all the questions. All right.